Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and this here is a Snap-on 6-inch impact extension. This is about $35. Here is a Snap-on 6-inch impact extension with one of those universal swivel heads. This is $100, well $99, but I'm going to call it $100. So there is a $65 difference here. That means this part up here is 65 bucks. Does that make sense? Is I guess where I'm headed. So I've got here a 14 millimeter impact swivel socket and a standard. These are both shallow, a shallow impact socket, both flank drive. This one here is about $54, something like that, 53 bucks. This one's $16. So we've got a difference of about $37 here. We've got a difference here between these two of $65. So almost twice as much for what? For adding that swivel. I'm a little curious about that. And obviously the smaller these go under 40 bucks, you know, to pushing over $60, depends. But is that worth it to have a swivel on the end of an extension if it costs $100 compared to no extension and just buying the actual swivel here? I'm curious about that because this just seemed out of line as far as Snap-on pricing, and that actually says a lot. $100 for a 6-inch extension? Who would pay that? And then when you look at, you know, the smaller extensions, you can get these things, I don't remember what that, $20 or something. 20 some dollars, $35 just seems outrageous for that compared to some of the others. Like I did a video about that also tool locking impact extension, but then $100 for a 6-inch extension. I mean, that's outrageous. That's like 18 bucks an inch for this thing all the way across, just for an extension that has a little bit of swivel in it. Anyway, it's kind of interesting that Snap-on has these and sells a ton of them. In fact, I'm seeing more and more Snap-on back orders. I noticed this guy here is back ordered till mid-November right now for just a standard flank drive 14 millimeter shallow impact extension. And maybe you've been here before, but sometimes when I buy something at a pawn shop, I did talk about this in a previous video, that suddenly it's costing me way more. Why? Well, this ended, if you recall, at the 18 millimeter, and I had mentioned I don't use an 18 for anything. Some people jumped in. Yeah, there's a lot of 18s in certain areas, GM vehicles. Well, what I needed to do was get the 19, so I ordered one of those from Snap-on. You know, Snap-on, if you made these numbers smaller, they'd be even harder to see. Maybe you ought to go that route, because I'm always looking like, where is it? Why isn't it written all over here in giant letters? But anyway, so this is a 19, so I had to get one of those, which basically added 33% to what I paid for that. But then I wanted some extensions, and you know, that basically caused me to double the price. But anyway, that's how it goes. But I'm just curious what your thoughts are on a $100 Snap-on universal head extension. It is a great tool, no doubt about it. I mean, just the capabilities, what that allows is really important. But that's a lot of money for what seems to be a very simple, well dialed in tool, given that each one of these has exactly the same capability built into it. Let me know. With that, Doc out.